Hello, truth seekers. How are you doing today? How is the world treating you? And maybe more importantly, how are you treating the world? All right, let's begin. I'm going to be using 3 decks today. Goddess Oracle, Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, and the Dark Mirror. Now, this is going to be my last reading for a while, unless maybe I pop on later tonight or something, but I don't think so. So, I'm going to be doing this. Let me get this a little bit more set up there. Using these 3 decks, and I'm back by the ocean and, back to my allergies. Yes. Let me check and see if I am live here, because you never know. All right, looks like I am. Looks like I am. All right, I thought I would do it is just so gorgeous out here today. One of those rare days when by 10 o'clock it's actually sunny, so we are lucky. Like I said, we're going to do the Dark Mirror. That's going to be the past. Mermaid is going to be the present. And the Goddess deck, that's going to be the future. Dun, dun, dun. I'm having a latte with oat milk today. I went back on regular milk for a while. And I do froth my milk in the morning, so I guess I just got used to less frothiness. All right. Let's see. Let's get these decks out. Let's start the day, baby. Let's start the day. This is a really beautiful deck. Love the packaging on it. I don't know how long that's going to last, but it came very nicely packaged. The Colette Baron Reed. And this is the Goddess Power deck. I'll line these decks up here. That's going to be for the future. For the present, we are going to use the Mermaid Dolphins. Now, I'm having a question in mind for the collective this morning. Many of these questions are just universal, right? We've all been through it. We all know what's going on. Let me see. Some of these are backwards. Why? Okay. I'm going to do a reading about family members. Isn't there just always those one family member who's not very nice, but yet they're nice to other people, but yet they're not nice to you, but yet they're nice to other people and they're not nice to you, and you're like going, WTF? Why? Why? Okay, so we're going to do the past. Let's look at the past. Now, what I'm intending to do with this reading is, now everybody who is mean like that in your family, of course, has their own issues. But I'm just going to try and I'll try and keep these out of the sun as well. Whoops. Get back in there. I command thee with all of my magical powers that have yet to be produced. Okay, so we're going to do that. No, I don't have them in the right order here. Let's get out the mermaids and dolphins. I always have to point out that my mermaid and dolphin lady went ballistically Christian on us. So she denounced. I mean, and these aren't even tarot cards. They're just little wish cards, really. But she denounced. Hey, Leo, how are you this morning? She denounced all of her. I mean, really, you'll see what the cards are. The cards are more just like kind of good luck cards, thought cards, things like that. But let's do a reading, a past, present, and a future on that. Thank you for those hearts. For that person who's in your family. Now, maybe you don't have a close family. This could be a friends group, okay? Maybe you don't have a really good friends group. This could be a work group. So if you're not in either of those groups, I don't know that this reading is for you, but everyone does have a family or did have a family at some time. Maybe you can go back in history, think about your family, and wonder why. So let's just shuffle the dark mirror. Now, there aren't many cards in the dark mirror. I like the dark mirror. This is from an Italian company, yes. I had a dream about being there last night. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find a way. They are, I don't know where they're printed, but it's Lo Scarabeo, Torino, Italy. And most of their cards are very interesting and different. I also got, well, can you not see that? There we go. Lo Scarabeo. I also got a really bizarre, I mean, that thing freaked me out. I put it away. It was a sexual tarot. I might go through the cards sometime. Of course, it's going to have to be 18 and older to look through those cards. They are bonkers. And then we've got the, I don't know, how do you make that show up on the camera? There you go. Mermaid Magical. Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue. PhD in what? We don't know. Was it in magic? And then the last one that we have is Goddess Power Oracle. So that's going to be our past, present, future. I already shuffled that deck. Let's shuffle this deck. Roshni, haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? I'm doing this for the collective to get some information on that relative, that person, that friend person, that co-worker who's just not nice to you. Good. I'm glad. Glad you're good. That person, and they're in your life, kind of. We can't go around unfriending everybody. And I truly believe these people that are not nice, they're in your life for a reason. And oftentimes, give them enough rope and they will hang themselves, and you don't have to do a thing except just kind of sit and go, oh, okay. Thought that might be coming. Try and get that so you don't see the bottoms of my... You don't have to do anything. Just let it play out as it usually does. I'm going to cut this deck here. All right, so we're going to do a past, present, future. Just on those energies on that. I'm going to cut this deck too. And I'm going to draw from the top on all these cards. And I'm going to cut the deck on this too. We're going to draw from the top. And I'll put some crystals on them. And where's my other crystal? Just think maybe a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of thinking on that person who's not nice to you. Why? We're going to do a past, present, future on that. Roshni, I'm not sure today. I'm kind of interested in doing this past, present, future thing. You might find some guidance in it with this, if it has to do with situations of which I speak. Now, oh, thank you. Now, oftentimes this is a family member. Thanks, whoever gave me those hearts. And give me a thumbs up if you can. That always helps too. It happens to oftentimes be a family member because those paradigms are set from birth, right? The exclusive nature of what can happen to people when they are put in these paradigms can be devastating. So I'm going to take a look at what goes on with that when someone's just not nice to you and it's just been habitual with them. It's almost like an addiction they can't break. Or you've become their whipping boy, girl, and you don't want to be. Let's just take a look at that. I'm going to draw from the top of the deck on each card. Let's put that one there. Let's put that one there. Whew, I'm making a mess with these cards. And we'll put that one there. You know, it's always interesting to just put the faith out in the cards and see what's going to happen. It's always interesting, right? It's always interesting for me. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, I'm just going to flip them all over this morning. I'm not going to do any reverse cards on this. Wow. And I'm always amazed. I'm always amazed. So you've got past, present, future. How many do you think of these people who are supposed to be your friends or loving family members? And I could just see from these cards, you know, there's might be healing, and you know, I think there might be healing for me as well too. Past, which is also when you're doing a larger spread, can be basis of the matter, right? Can be basis of the matter. This person who's maybe being domineering on you, being a bully on you, not being nice to you, and there's someone who, you know, is in your life. Maybe you can't really get rid of them. You can't unfriend them. They're very afraid of exposure. Naked before the stars. They're very afraid of being exposed. There's the imposter theory, right? Thanks for that thumbs up. Was that you, Roshni? Thank you. There's the imposter syndrome, right? Where people feel they're going to be found out. Uh-oh, I'm not really the loving husband that people think I am. Uh-oh, I don't really have the job that people think I do. Uh-oh. Hey, Demonatrix. Love the name. How are you, darling? 127. Should we just call you 127? It's imposter theory, imposter syndrome. So basis of the matter, not all the time, but when people are treating you badly, they do not want to be exposed. It's all a scrim, right? It's all just a lens that they want you to see them through as something that they're not, right? Who are they behind that? There's a lot of hiding going on with people who are unkind to you. A lot of hiding going on. Whoop, they're revealed. Well, they can kind of hide behind that a little bit, but whoop, they're revealed. So there's also the biggest thought probably that I think is going to predate all of this is don't take things personal. People who put on a big front, there's a bigger behind it. So there's a lot of hiding, interesting, going on with people that are cruel. They don't feel good about themselves and they don't want to be exposed. Kind of the basis of the matter there, right? Friendship, present. How many times was this person who was not nice to you, was your friend, even if it's a family member, or wanted to be your friend? Look at, we have, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this. We have sort of the above and the below. Maybe in the murky depths of the past, there might have been that friendship. And they feel slighted from you. I'm going to call it on that. There's the above and there's the below. Now below we're seeing making friends with sea creatures, making friends with the other. And above is the more traditional way of looking at things. So past, not feeling good about themselves at all. Do not feel good about themselves. Present could have been friendship spurned. Friendship spurned is going to bring this on. And also to, I'm trying to make these cards visible, and I don't know why they go. I guess they have to refocus. In the present, in the friendship, there's always a subtext, right? There's always what goes on down below. This is also childhood. This is also childhood. Going on picnics, going camping, going on family events. Thanks for those hearts, whoever gave me those. So the duality of the current present situation makes this that much more tricky to deal with, because also this family member, this friend, this coworker wants something from you, but they don't know how to do it because there's still so much in their hiding. Oh, wow. Hearts and happy faces. Thank you. There's so much in their hiding. This is why, coming back to that thought again, it's not about you. Now, it may be hard to let go when these people unload on you. They use you as a whipping post. They're throwing their cans and bottles on you and treating you like a garbage can because you're there. So there's many facets to what's happening with this family or friend member who's treating you worse than they would actually treat a dog, right? And then other times it's like, oh, let's be friends. Maybe I need something for you, or there's a family holiday coming up, so I need you to sit in that chair and act like everything's okay, right? I'm over here in my deep hiding. Hey, Isabella, Alina, are you a subscriber to my channel? There's all that deep hiding, and they don't want to be exposed, right? So past, present. Let's look to the future. Mama Kia, the moon. Of course, we're dealing with the moon. Oh, okay. How are you? I'm sorry I didn't recognize your name. I don't have that many subs, but I'm not really. We'll see if I finish this, if I have time. But I did have someone above you that wanted one too, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that today. I'm going to read about this goddess because this is much more in-depth than what I know about her to be. Aside from being the goddess of the moon in Latin America, in the Incan culture, it says, right now you're invited to see what is familiar and decide whether you need to improve it or leave things as they are. Oh, man. Isn't that, thanks, Isabella, always the situation when you've got this person in your life who's not being nice to you? Should you say something? Should you do something? Because then you might stir this up. Or just leave it alone. And as I mentioned before, oftentimes you don't have to do anything to see the karma. Thanks for those hearts. You don't have to do anything. Give them enough rope and they'll hang themselves. Now this may be passive aggressive, and sometimes you do have to speak up. But there are times when you don't. And knowing when to speak up and when not to speak up is a lifetime of wisdom that you might go to your grave and still be second guess what you did, because there is no complete rights or wrongs in life, right? There are none. And we're all looking for absolutes. We're all looking for absolutes. We're all second guessing ourselves. The people who don't second guess themselves are the most dangerous people on the planet. Remember that. People who never question any of their actions. Dangerous. Warning. Beep, 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 beep. Big red flag. Big red flag on that right there. Okay, I'm going to read just a little bit more of Mama Kia, and I am trying to keep these under a half an hour. No matter what the cycles of the moon, just like the cycles of the moon, there is divine order. There is. It's so hard to see, isn't it, that divine order? There is divine order in everything that's happening. This is mainly a card in relationship to this reading. Is in this is in the future position. How are you going to handle this? You have someone who's in deep hiding. They are not on the same level as you emotionally, because if you're recognizing what they're doing, That means you are one step ahead, because hopefully if they recognized what they were doing, they wouldn't do it anymore, unless they're just truly unkind and truly uncaring and truly unfeeling. And that could be the case. Mercenary personalities, which you don't hear about much, mercenary personalities are always, always, always going what works for them and their little circle. This is what's right for me and my babies. And, you can be a part of it as long as you go along with the flow. Here's all about flow. Are you going to go along with that flow? Are you going to appear to go along with the flow? Because there's also going to be benefits for you, right? Do you want to ruffle some feathers? To what extent? How worth it is it to you? Because there's different times that this will be happening, and you're going to have to keep making these decisions if you want to stay in this relationship, because this relationship is based on a friendship, and this also might be, get it, check this out. If you believe in past lives and things like that, right? This might be a karmic. This might be so deep. Look at the imagery on this card. There is an above, there is a below. Okay? This is something in this relationship with this person, this family member, this friend that's not treating you properly, this family member that's not treating you properly, because we all know how to treat people right. We know. Ah, Isabella. Thank you, Isabella. We all know how to treat people right. We know how to treat people right. And when you don't, you have somehow made that decision that you can either get away with that with this person, or you need to discharge on this person. You need to discharge. And you become that safe person, that safe haven. Reconhecimentos de emergencia. I'm sorry, I don't really speak much, even though I am Spanish, I don't speak much. You become the emergency relief valve. So that's another thing of try not to take it personally, because while they're in their deep hiding and treating you like crap, right? In their personal life, someone's probably treating them like crap, or they're perceiving it that way. So really, we're just like, right? We're sort of like a chain, we're just going through, and who's going to hurt who first, right? Who's going to hurt who first? These relationships with these family members that treat other people badly, these relationships with these friends that treat other people badly, these relationships with these coworkers. And I don't know if there's another area that I've missed here. Friends, family, coworkers. When these relationships happen, they can be hard to get out of. And you're really faced with a lot of challenges. And what am I going to do? So what I'm seeing from this reading today is, maybe at this point, it's not about rocking the boat. It's not about really making a choice. It's about maybe going more into your moon energy, which is a little bit more of the hermit energy, not taking this so personally because, come on, this person's not doing well. This person that's being mean to you is hiding a lot. So sometimes we do have to be the better person, and sometimes we do have to take the hit. Sometimes we have to move on quietly. You don't have to let everybody know everything all the time, what you're doing. Everybody doesn't have a right to know your inner thoughts, especially if they're not treating you correctly. But there are situations we can't get out of. So preserve your energy, first and foremost. Remember, this isn't about you. Okay, this isn't about you. It's about the demented one who's treating you poorly. It's all about them. It's not about you. You know what you did. Did it really deserve or demand such a nasty little petty response? Probably not. Or were they overt and over the top? Did you merely asking a question, did you deserve that? Probably not. All right, I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm going to be unavailable for the next, I don't know, couple weeks maybe. We'll see. I'm just sending you guys love and light. Be good to yourselves. If you find yourself in these positions where you're, Isabella, thank you for those beautiful flowers. I appreciate it. If you find yourself in these positions where you're not being treated properly, and we all know the difference. We know. You can either walk away or you could say, hey, the choice is yours. But at this moment in time, also too, this reading was actually really deep. I could probably, there's allusions to the fact of presentation, the depth of things, the moon nature side of things. But I gotta go. So just everybody take care of themselves and be good to you. All right. This is your host on the coast, coming to you from somewhere off the coast of nowhere.